This game could realistically be the most important of Bryce Young's career. The most important of his, I should say, NFL career. I don't know what he was doing in high school. Maybe at a state championship that he really cared about. But his NFL career, you could argue, kind of hinges on this. There's two paths diverged in a wooded Germany, and which one he takes from here could make all the difference. To paraphrase, I think it was Robert Frost. The Panthers have not committed to Bryce Young beyond this week. He is the starter for now. That's a fairly big elephant in the room. Right? Something hanging over this game is they're going into a bye week where it feels like the decision on the future of the quarterback position for the rest of this year with the Panthers will likely be debated heavily. For his future, they need to commit to him beyond this week. The Panthers' bye week is after this game, so they'll travel back, and then I imagine that there will be some private conversations featuring Dave Canales, because apparently those are the only types of conversations he has. The bye week will likely be a decision for the rest of the year, barring injury, right? Whoever ends up the starter, if they get hurt, nothing you can do about that. But the plan will be, I assume, whoever comes out of the bye week as quarterback will be the planned quarterback for the rest of the year. And playing the rest of the year is not only important for Bryce Young's time with the Panthers, as far as if he is going to salvage the relationship between the team that drafted him and the quarterback that he hopes to be. If he's going to salvage that relationship, he needs the longest runway he can possibly have. But also, if that's a lost cause, and as much as it's not 100%, it is a there's some feelings out there, if you watch and pay attention and read body language, that perhaps it is a not salvageable relationship. Like the Panthers and Bryce at one point in time, it'll be best in both interests to just go their separate ways. If it is a lost cause, he needs to start the rest of this year to show the rest of the league there's still something there. The two options for Bryce Young, if he leaves the Panthers, are to option A for Bryce would be to be traded somewhere he's going to get a chance to compete. Nobody is going to bring him in and toss him the keys to the franchise like the Panthers did after the draft. Nobody's going to bring him in and say, you're the starter and we're going to get Chad Henne to back you up or some journeyman. No, they're going to bring you in as a competition. That's position A. That's best case for Bryce. Bring in you and another veteran. Bring in you and a second-round rookie. Bring in you and someone else and host an open competition.
Basically like Justin Fields and Russell Wilson.
Exactly. You play better than him, you'll be the starter. Option B for Bryce, if he does part ways with the Carolina Panthers, is basically what happened to Mac Jones. Like, we're bringing you in to back up Trevor Lawrence. This is not a competition. You're not coming in here every day to practice going, hey, you completed 7 balls in 7-on-7. I completed 8. I'm the guy. No, it is established. Everyone knows whose team this is, and it's not yours. And which one of those options are available to him is decided by the rest of this year. And the rest of this year might be backing up Andy Dalton if this week doesn't go well against the Giants in Germany. Few things about this matchup. Germany might be a good spot for him. And I'm not saying like, oh, so far away from Carolina. I'm saying the guy's spent the last 5-6 years either with Alabama-crazed fans or NFL fans in America. That's as crazed as fandom gets. We were talking with Mike Glennon the other day, who has played in a London game, right, during his NFL career. And he goes, it's kind of funny. You look up and people, it's like going to a football event rather than like two teams. Like here, it's if we're in America, if you're in Charlotte and you're going to a game, you're going to the Panther game. If the Panthers are playing the Chiefs, you're going to the Chiefs game. So what jerseys do you wear? What gear do you wear? Panthers or Chiefs, right? That makes sense. These overseas games, it's like you're going to the football event. So if you have a football shirt, you wear it. It might be a Mark Brunell Jags jersey, but you're like, it's my football shirt. So you show up.
It's an attraction.
Yeah, it's a novelty. It's a little less intense and more of like a let's see what this is. Could be just a different vibe for him. Could give him a little bit of a breath of fresh air. Secondly, and we do this on the show often, I think it's important to set the threshold. Because especially if it's somebody you don't like, and I have the hint, the inclination that perhaps there are some people on the team that, for whatever reason can't put their finger on it, just don't really, he's not my best friend when it comes to Bryce. I think it's important to set what you're looking for. That way you know whether it was achieved or not. For this week, there's two things from Bryce. One, tangible. One, theoretical. One kind of, I guess intangible would be the way to say that. The tangible thing I want is quick decisions. I want 2 or less what I call quarterback sacks. Right? There's nothing Bryce can do if he has like a under center play action and his back's to the line of scrimmage as he's faking it to Chuba Hubbard and an offensive lineman whiffs and he gets his head taken off. That's not a sack that I'm putting on him. You know a quarterback sack when you see it. Right? When he hesitates, when it looks like somebody's open but he won't pull the trigger, when he's happy feet and he's bouncing around, maybe there is a pocket for him to step up into and he escapes into the rush rather than stepping up. I need 2 or less quarterback sacks against the best pass rush in the NFL that the Giants possess. Right? I'll give you 2. Dexter Lawrence beats his guy quicker than you can get into your 3-step drop. You get 2 of them. 2 get out of jail free cards. Other than that, get rid of the ball. The internal alarm clock has to be on point. Bigger picture, I want to see fire. I want to see confidence. Have you seen the Disney classic sports movie starring, it's Fridays, movies always pop up, starring John Candy about the Jamaican bobsled team, Cool Runnings?
Oh, yes, of course.
I feel like Bryce Young needs, I see pride. I see power. I see one bad and that don't take no lip off of nobody. Edited version. He needs to show what he did better last week than he has at any point in time in a Carolina Panthers uniform. He gave a little bit of attitude to Dave Canales. I'm not saying be disrespectful, but I'm saying if you're the quarterback, you're out there trying to execute plays and you're not happy with the way things are going, make your opinion known. I'm talking about give us a fist bump. Give us a fist pump, right? Tiger Woods that bad boy after a touchdown. Give us some confidence that let loose, unleash. We need it from you, Bryce. I want, like I said, there's a bunch of German fans that are going to be at this game that are not necessarily Panther fans. There might not necessarily be fans of any team. They're just there to check it out. I want all of the undecideds, which is a term that has been overused the past couple weeks. I want all of the undecided fans in that stadium to walk away Bryce Young fans. That one, I don't know, he was just magnetic. He was fired up. He was ready to play. That was exciting. Which one are you talking about? The little one. Oh, you don't gotta say that. I want to see a little steam being let off by Bryce Young. I'm sure you're frustrated. There's a billion things for you to be frustrated about. Take it out on the Giants. We have Dave Canales, a little bit of audio here, on finishing and building off the win for Bryce Young.
The things that showed up in that game that allowed us to win was the finish and really improving some of our processes on every phase, offense, defense, and special teams. The defense to give us 3 straight stops at the end of the game was huge. For the offense to get the ball at the end with the game on the line to go down and finish it, those are things that we talk about a lot. And for Bryce to step in there and do that was a great message. So I wanted to give him another opportunity to get out there and continue to build off of the last 2 games.
Gosh, more and more when we play Dave Canales audio, I'm going like, what does that mean? We've improved the processes and the finish and the processes and and we need to build off of that. Got to give him another chance to finish in the process. Process of what? Finish? Is that winning? Is that like a basketball coach saying that my favorite part is how at the end we scored more points than the other, like we put the ball through the hoop more than the other team? Especially for somebody that has to watch the film so much, right? The finish. If you're all about watching film, you understand that it's a ball that's on target but isn't caught is worth as much to the quarterback's evaluation as a ball that's on target that is caught. He finished because they won the game. There was also a penalty on the final drive. There was a 16-yard touchdown run. Like, if that penalty isn't called and the touchdown run isn't opened up and isn't run through, does it change what Bryce did? No. I'm confused by everything that guy says.